Hey guys, just a shortish episode today. Not a proper episode, really. I wanted to talk a bit, and I wanted to show this bit of gameplay. I've been wanting to do this off camera, but I kept thinking, no, can't do it. Gotta show how this happens. The aim of the game here is to get the Divine Ember. This is actually post-commentary, which I never normally do, but I had to because I wouldn't have been able to concentrate on what I actually have to say. Or rather, what I actually want to say. So here we are. I'm sat just on a chair, relaxing, watching my laptop, much like you probably are. So yeah, aim of the game to get the Divine Ember and hopefully to make a Divine Cestus and also to make a Fire Cestus. So first port of call is to kill the Moonlight Butterfly and then head down into the catacombs, see how we get on there. I have revived myself. I was going to say relived myself because I forgot the word, but revived myself into human so we can summon Beatrice in. Unnecessary in the long run, but she's there, so happy days. Now, the main topic that I wanted to discuss here was the Dark Souls 2 trailer. Lots of people have been asking me about it. It was released this weekend, or was shown this weekend at the VGAs. And by this weekend, I mean the weekend just gone, so last weekend, really. And yeah, loads of comments being left, just saying, what do you think of it? What's going on? Are you excited? And rather than continue to reply with the same thing to every one of those comments, I thought I'd make a quick video and show everyone what's going on. I will show a quick clip of it in a second, just after the fight actually. I've got to try and time this right, so let me talk for a quick while about opinions, and then we'll show the clip and it'll be joyous. So before I do actually talk too much about the trailer itself, I'll talk about the announcement that the trailer represents, which is Dark Souls 2 is coming out. Fantastic news, really excited about that, cannot wait to see it. Now there's no two ways about that. I think it's going to be great. I have high hopes for it, I really do. The trailer itself is sort of it's a different kettle of fish, because it's just a pre-rendered cinematic. It's what does it tell us? That you play this guy with sweet looking armor. If that's in the game, then that's fantastic. There's a one-eyed dragon, there's a lady, and there's some Jason Voorhees lookalike. Now let's quickly show that clip. That was a clip of me dancing earlier this morning. I don't have a clip from the trailer. Of course I don't, why would I? However, it has been uploaded to YouTube now, so I will stick the link to that in the description, just so people don't get too upset. So as you saw there, the guy's got some sweet armor on. I'm assuming that's the guy you're going to play. That would make the most sense. The guys with the masks on, they look a lot like Jason Voorhees, but smaller and less intimidating. You have all these arrows stuck in you, that's cool. Maybe you're a very tough guy, you are undead, as the announcer says. The voiceover guy says. Maybe they're going to introduce some... Obviously they are going to introduce new armors. What I was going to say is maybe they'll do the customizable armor stuff. I know lots of people would like that, me included. You know, change the colour of stuff. That would be nice. But can't say anything about that, don't know anything about it. Right, there's a lot of nice sweeping panoramic shots, a lot of nice scenery, settings, look great, they really do, lots of interesting looking places to visit. I really like the idea of being in this sort of mountain range with the one huge city, sort of Anor Londo-ish. And I'm kind of assuming that is where you're headed to. That's the way the trailer makes it look, sort of like that's your ultimate goal, that's where you're headed to. Off you go. it's kind of difficult to talk about the trailer too much. I mean, they give this illusion that there's going to be a proper storyline. You know, the voiceover guy whose voice I dislike, and you got the lady who gives you the feather. We don't know who she is. She could be a love interest, she could be your sister, she could be some crazy bitch that hangs out with 20 cats and just gives out feathers. I don't know. And I don't want to speculate on that too much, because it could just end up that what we'll get is at the beginning of the game we get an opening cinematic, just like Dark Souls and Demon Souls, that vaguely sets the scene, and then they say, go on, get on with the game. Sorry. Go on, get on with the game. You piece the story together. But obviously that's not going to work to sort of entice new customers. So my guess is that From Software are just saying, we best give off this impression that it's going to be some sort of storyline, rather than just saying, you know what, here's this game. It's kind of a DIY job. You figure the story out for yourself, you dick. So I get that. Let's just not jump to any conclusions and say, oh, they've changed the formula too much and they're ruining our lives and they slept with your mum. If you can see me right now, I'm pointing at the screen. I mean your mum. That's right, you. Not mine. But that's pretty much it, really. So, to kind of conclude this brief chat about the trailer, I'm excited about the prospect of the game, but I was disappointed with the trailer. But again, you can't expect anything else really from a first trailer for a video game these days. It's pretty much always going to be a pre-rendered cinematic. And I am sure that at some point in the near future we'll get some gameplay or some screenshots. Anything would do. You know, some concept art even. And that might give us a better idea of how the game's going to work. So that's that done. We got the game to talk about. I killed the Moonlight Butterfly, got the Divine Ember. Heading down to the Catacombs, I thought the Cestus was going to do more damage to the skeletons. I was sort of under the impression that the blunt damage the Cestus do is actually, you know, sort of super effective against the skeletons. That's certainly the way that it used to be. But I think I've been proven wrong, which is it's disappointing again, because I thought, well, you know, at least there's going to be one enemy type in the game that I'll be able to do good damage to. And I'm wrong. I mean, it could just be because the Divine Cestus is particularly weak. I dislike Divine weapons as a whole. Even if you've got very good faith, they're still kind of iffy on the damage. Although I haven't been able to compare that to what they're like with lightning weapons now that they've been nerfed as well. So, trying to get as many parries and backstabs in as I can. Difficult though, because having no shield makes me overly cautious. And yeah, I mean, this didn't go so great. I was doing alright, you know. I thought, I don't know why I didn't backstab that guy. I did pop in back here after I finished recording, and I don't want to ruin it, I'm going to give a spoiler. and I did the Macarena. There you go, no spoilers now. Although you know that's a lie, so that's kind of a spoiler. Now you know that there is going to be no Macarena, and I promised Macarenas. Oh, what should we talk about? We've done the trailer. Oh right, yeah, I meant to say, you know, you guys want to stick some ideas down or your own opinions, please feel free to have some sort of discussion in the comments section there. That was one of the reasons why I decided to do the video this way. I had originally done like a face cam kind of thing. I had my shirt and tie on, but for one reason or another, the audio recording came out at normal speed, but the video came out at roughly five times the speed that it should have done. So I looked like I was a chipmunk on speed. I had to ditch that. I don't know what's going on. That happens more often than it should do, which is quite annoying, because I like doing those facecam things, and I'm supposed to do another everyday tutorials sometime this week. Gonna have to fix it. It might be the new crappy webcam that didn't cost much and I expected to be better, but there you go, that's what happens. Sometimes you shouldn't cheap out. But I had to cheap out, I had no choice in the matter. Yeah, I played this really stupidly, frankly. I don't want to say two Lee words in a row, but I did, and it happened. See, I kept letting them hit me with with the rolling attacks rather than just dodging out the way. Just not smart. And, you know, again, we see the problem with not having a ranged weapon. You have to get yourself in these tricky situations. I mean, having a crossbow would probably be pretty useful for me at the moment. That guy, going mad. Really far away from him. I didn't expect to be getting fireball shot at me. By this point, by the way, I'd farmed green titanite down in the depths, so I have enough green titanite to make the divine to +5, and I have enough to make a fire Caestus to +5. So there's no worries there. I do actually have a weapon, a proper weapon and a shield when I help people out when a White Phantom, because at first I was going in with my 50s, and it was terrible. Everyone was... well, I was dying quite quickly, and if I wasn't dying, then I was doing no damage. And, you know, I was hitting the Iron Golem for like 20-something damage, and I felt bad taking people's souls, so I made myself a Bastard Sword +10, and used a Boulder Shield that I just happened to pick up. That was quite nice. Now, at this point, I was thinking it would be so easy for me just to roll off and go. Take the shortcut down to Pinwheel. But I was sort of determined to make the fire Caestus. The Catacombs is difficult without a shield, because it just is. I said it, and that makes it true. So I never really expected to do too well. This is actually further than I thought I would get, because I tried to rush this place once and I totally messed it up. And like it was sort of at the beginning of the game when I didn't have a powerful weapon. I was using a Stora Straightsword actually, and a Stora Straightsword seems to be disappointingly weak against skeletons. I'm beginning to, because of how little this was doing, I'm beginning to think that maybe skeletons don't actually have any kind of weakness, but I'm just so sure that they're weak to blunt attacks. I'm gonna have to blame the Divine. So next time I run through here, because it killed most of the Necromancers actually when I came back in off screen. I might try using the lightning one, just see if that actually does kill in 1 or 2 hits. I don't know. We'll see. I'm a little unenthusiastic about this character. It's maybe it's one challenge too far, because I'm not so great. I know a lot of you, well, not a lot. I know some of you have done this challenge for yourself, and clearly you're just better than me. That's all there is to it. Running back here because I thought for some reason the Necromancer might have run in there. Obviously he didn't. Why would he? And then don't heal up here. That would be far too clever an idea, because it's only 3 against 1 and I don't have a shield and only have fist weapons. So went straight in with the big fists. Roll off here. Got interrupted by the skeleton's foot and dead. There we go, end of the episode. Sorry about that. Goodbye.